The moonlight was a snitch. It draped the forest in silver, turning every birch tree into a skeletal finger pointing right at me. I didn't head for the road that's where the father would send the fast ones, the ones who had already started to sprout coarse hair along their spines. I headed for the Blackwater sinks. Behind me, I heard them. Not the heavy, crashing gait of the elders, but the light, frantic padding of my siblings. They were eager. They wanted to prove they were worthy of the turn. Leading them was Cale, a boy who, 2 weeks ago, had shared his bread with me. Now his voice was a wet, distorted yip. I knew Cale's weakness. He hunted with his nose, not his brain. He was so drunk on the new scents of the forest that he forgot the lessons of the streets. I found a fallen hemlock draped in thick, suffocating moss. I didn't just pass it. I bled for it. I took the obsidian shard and sliced a shallow line across my palm, smearing the iron-rich nectar on a jagged branch at chest height. Then, I stepped into the freezing stream, my boots slight sloshing as I waded through the water. I crouched behind a root mass, submerged up to my chin. Cale burst into the clearing first, his eyes glowing a sickly neon amber. He hit the scent of my blood and skidded, his human fingernails clawing at the dirt. He was hyper-focused, his snout twitching, his posture hunched and predatory. The mistake was that he lunged for the blood-stained branch, thinking I was hunkered down in the hollow of the log. I didn't use a knife. I used the environment. I had pre-tied a heavy, waterlogged length of oak to a tension vine earlier that evening, a deadfall we'd practiced for catching deer. I kicked the trigger stone. The oak swung with the weight of a sledgehammer, catching Cale square in the ribs. The sound wasn't human. It was the crack of a dry branch and the whine of a kicked cur. He tumbled back into a briar patch, pinned and howling in a way that signaled failure to the rest of the pack. I didn't stay to watch. The mother would be coming for the sound of his pain, and she wouldn't be as easy to fool. I moved through the sinks, jumping from stone to stone to keep my scent off the mud. To them, I was a ghost. To me, they were just another set of bullies in a long line of foster homes, only these ones had teeth that could snap a femur. As I climbed the ridge, I looked back. 6 pairs of amber eyes were gathered around Cale. They weren't helping him. They were circling him. In this pack, if you aren't the hunter, you're the meat. I'm not a hound anymore. I'm the shadow in the woods that even the wolves should fear.